Today marks 5 months since Josh had his FUE hair transplant surgery done in Istanbul, Turkey. And today we're giving you an update. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name is Agnes and this is Josh. Josh had his hair transplant done 5 months ago today, and we're giving you an update on how things been going and about the results that we have achieved so far, or he has achieved so far. So Josh, how are you feeling? Tell us about how has it been for you?
Well, it has been great. I am really pleased. I have had great results so far, and as you can see, there is a great density of hair. 5th month, quite pleased with the outcome. The hair is still quite thin, and as I get more haircut and the time goes by, there should be more density, so I should not be able to see my scalp. So what I'll do, I want to bring my head forward and show you exactly the results and explain to you what's the difference. So all this here and all this here was bald. There was a massive circle patch at the back which was bald, and I had a bit of hair here, so they filled almost all this area. Now you can see my scalp, and that's because of the ceiling light. The light's reflecting my scalp and it's making it a bit shiny. If I'm out and about, it does not show as much, so it looks more dense. So I'm going to bring it to this camera here, so as you can see my scalp, so it doesn't seem as dense, right? So without the light, you can see it looks pretty dense, but there is still a few patches and stuff. It will fill out as the hairs thicken. I'm quite pleased with the result.
So let us show you the results from beginning to the end now, so that you can compare how it looked from day 0 to the day that he had the surgery to now. We receive a lot of comments about Turkey and people being unsure about going to Turkey, and quite often actually saying that there's as many Turkish coffee shops as hair transplant places, which is not quite the case, but what would you say about that?
Well, Turkey is known for its hair transplant, as well as many other things. Now, there's a reason behind it. You know, a lot of people go every year, you know, to get their hair transplant done from all over the world, and they're pleased. So you hear a few cases here and there, and that pops up on the YouTube or on the internet, but majority of people are happy. But this is everywhere you go. You know, sometime, you know, I could go to UK and have a really bad result. So it's, you know, it does happen. I've gone to Turkey, got my hair transplant done from someone who is experienced, and now I've done my research. I've met a few people who've had their hair transplant done. They've got good results and great outcomes. So I've met the guy and I've seen his work, you know, how many years they're operating, many disclaimers, all positive. So, you know, I've chosen him, and I'm really happy. You know, the results are great. If you do your research, and you know, as we're here, so we put this videos out to you and telling you guys that I got my hair transplant done from Transplant. You can go to the website and see the disclaimers. They are legit, they are good, and you will have no problem. They'll look after you. Now, if you are from Europe or America, you will find it much cheaper than getting in your own country because the conversion rate. But in Turkey, for Turkish people, it's not cheap getting a hair transplant done. So,
and also these people, I think it's important to know that these people that do the hair transplants, they train for months, if not years. So they are technicians, they know what they're doing, and they spend ages learning their trade, and they do that day in, day out. So they're experienced and you can trust them. Although you do have to do your research. You know, if you do go with Transplant, we can kind of say that, you know, we've been there, we've done it, we know it's legit. But do your research. Don't go to any other clinic that perhaps doesn't have certifications, or
maybe they're not registered. Yeah. So
yeah.
You know, I don't understand the rules or the laws and regulation in Turkey for hair transplant industry. You know how they're monitored or regulated, but I know that. After obviously having a meeting with the company and the consultant and the doctor, as well as meeting people who have got their hair transplant done. So, you know, I was pretty confident that things will work out and will go quite well. So, and as you can see, it's all here.
And we know that it's not yet looking like he's got full head of hair and still not dense, but we've only 5 months into the procedure, and I think he's got spectacular results already. I know that his self-confidence definitely had improved, and he's feeling much more comfortable with the amount of hair he has comparing to what he had before. Despite Josh having very good shape of his head, and so many of you says that he's rocking the bald look, which is so true. He's got really good shape, so he didn't really need that doing, but I think it did. How did that impact your confidence? Because a lot of people are saying, what is the transformation other than having the hair? It must be affecting you.
Well, I just didn't like the, you know, the hair, a little bit of hair here and a bit of hair, and then all this was bald. I didn't like that, and I would have to have my hair shaved all the time, and I personally don't like my head shaven, clean shave. It's a cultural thing. I think in Europe or in Western world it's quite acceptable, the Asians with bald, but if you look at in India or it's not what should I say, there's a taboo, you know, you do
feel shamed maybe, yeah?
Yeah. So I think people will talk about you, and I think there's a positive, they have actually a positive thing in India. They say that if you're bald, you're rich. So I guess that's the only positive thing.
Right, then you no longer appear rich.
Yeah.
So before Josh was shaving, so the video before we filmed, Josh had been pretty much soon after another shave of his head. Now from the last month, the month 4 to month 5, Josh has not had his hair shaven. So that's why it looks much longer to what he did on the previous videos. And you've had your head shaved 3 times, right? As I remember it well.
Yeah, I had to shave my head quite often. I don't know if it's recommended or not, but I had to shave it quite often because the itchiness, and as well as the spots. I was getting a lot of ingrown hair, pussy spots, sore head, and very redness and very itchy. Now the only relief I had was a shave. Now the new hair which are coming out, they're not straight, and they're not as thick, so they are a bit curly and a bit like, you know, like a baby hair sort of thing.
Baby fluff.
Yeah, like a baby fluff. Yeah, so they're very soft, and because they are actually curling, or they were going back into my head and becoming very itchy, so the only relief was to shave it. But now it's not the case, as I have had 3 shaves already, so the hairs are getting dense, but it's not there at the not 100%. You know, if it's 5 months, I guess it's a 50% there, so another 50 to go. Guys, don't get put off going to Turkey for your hair transplant. As I said, you know, it is worth it. Do your research, and you could save yourself a lot of money, and it's a beautiful place. If you enjoy Turkish kebabs, and the weather and the culture, is a good experience.
Don't go away yet. You want to watch this video next, in where we explain the whole procedure, and Josh had talked you and taken you on the journey of the actual hair transplant. It's a little bit gross and a lot of blood involved, but if you wanted to see the whole procedure and how it looks from beginning to the end, watch that next. And we'll see you soon. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.